Batman Arkham City is considered the greatest superhero game of all time, but what happened before the events of the game? We all know the ending of Arkham Asylum and where it picks up in City, but there's a huge 18-month gap in between the games, leading to people not knowing the full story. In this 5-part miniseries, I will discuss the Arkham City prequel comics, which I actually received for purchasing the 3D slipcover version of Arkham City all the way back in 2011. Shout out to anyone else who owned this version of the game. This video covers part 1 titled Ruins, written by Paul Dini and illustrated by Carlos Dianda. The comic opens with the ending of Batman Arkham Asylum, where Batman, with the explosive gel sprayed on his hand, gives Titan Joker one final blow, knocking him out, saving the island and Gotham from any further damage. For now anyways. Joker recalls how Batman cheated using the explosive gel to defeat him, and now Joker could come up with his next big plan of action, but is unsure if there's going to be a next time, due to his deteriorating health from the Titan, which currently has him wheelchair bound. We cut to Quincy Sharp, who's trying to shake the nerves out of his system. A mysterious figure on Sharp's computer tells Sharp that he knows his fears of public speaking, that he's been his psychiatrist for so many years, and that Quincy is strong, powerful, and Gotham's savior. Quincy, now feeling a wee bit more confident and motivated, joins Jack Ryder and Vicky Vale on their news show. Quincy starts off strong with the interview, promising that they have only just begun to make Gotham a safer city and that supercriminals are no longer tolerated. Vicky points out that he may try to make people think that he's a tough guy, but the CCTV footage of the night of Joker's takeover, we can see Quincy tied up by Harley Quinn and is also being wheeled out on a stretcher while unconscious, showing that he didn't really have much involvement, which is surprising that Quincy would allow footage of this to get out to the public, especially how Quincy basically runs the asylum, unless reporters were able to get to the footage while he was still recovering from his injuries. Sharp, obviously rattled, is reassured by this mysterious figure who is speaking to him through an earpiece that these people are fools and he is the true Gotham savior. Quincy responds by saying what happened is in the past, and anyone who believes them to be the next Joker or Two-Face will rot in a cell in Arkham Asylum for the rest of their life. We cut to Gordon and Batman watching the interview on the television, agreeing with Vicky's arguments and describing Quincy as an idiot. But this isn't high on the priority list, as Gordon moves on to more important matters. A brother and sister named Terry and Tracey, aka TNT, normally bottom of the barrel thugs, but have recently somehow gotten access to Titan, giving them super strength, making them a much bigger danger to the public than previously, especially the mystery on how they got their hands on Titan, which is rumoured to slowly be making its rounds in Gotham. With the help of Oracle, Batman is able to gain further information on them. She tells Batman that TNT is currently working for Two-Face, and that Two-Face is most likely at his hideout at an abandoned casino. As Batman enters through the top floor, he senses a thug hiding in the corner of the room. As the thug aims his gun, Batman snaps his wrist. Hearing the screams of the first thug, 2 others come rushing in, but Batman, being Batman, takes them out with ease. Batman enters the room with Two-Face and his thugs, questioning Two-Face about the siblings he hired not too long ago. Harvey describes them as being a good fit for the team. That was until after the Arkham riots, where some crates of Titan found their way to Gotham. Two-Face got his hands on the formula, with Terry and Tracey as the bodyguards to ensure that no one was able to get access to it, not knowing that the bodyguards themselves had their own plan. Two-Face recalls that TNT slaughtered half of his crew, with Batman believing that they aimed to overthrow Two-Face, but Harvey disagrees, saying that they are attempting to take over the entire city, which would mean taking out Commissioner Gordon, Quincy Sharp, and the entire council. Batman deduces that the dedication ceremony at City Hall would be the perfect opportunity, with Two-Face replying, "Can you think of a better way to eliminate everyone at once?" We cut to Gordon, who is trying to get a hold of his team, as Batman has strong belief that the siblings are planning to attack the dedication ceremony, taking out many Gotham officials. Gordon orders his men to set up a perimeter around the city to not risk any assassination attempt. We see this too late though, as bodies of Gordon's crew lay in their GCPD van, with Terry answering Gordon, pretending to be one of his men. In the earpiece of both siblings is the same mysterious figure that was speaking to Sharp earlier in the story. He tells TNT, "Well done, my children. Do as we planned and seize your destiny." Quincy at the podium is giving a speech to the people of Gotham, discussing how 6 months ago, Joker began his night of terror, which we saw in Arkham Asylum's prequel comic, which I've discussed before on this channel. He wants to present the new City Hall to show that Gotham will not surrender to these villains and to send a clear message to them. This message is shut down pretty quickly though, with Tracey and Terry making an appearance, now juiced up on Titan to the very max that their bodies can handle, very similar to how Joker was in Arkham Asylum. Batman steps in and throws a few punches and kicks, coated in explosive gel, which he knows will at least stop the TNT twins from reaching Sharp. Batman orders the surrounding civilians to clear the area, that he will deal with the Titans himself. He then pulls a tranquilizer gun out of his utility belt, which I don't think I've ever seen Arkham Batman use before. He shoots both of them with the tranquilizer dart, leaving them weak and close to passing out. The mysterious figure who believes the siblings to be a lost cause gives them the commands to go to their last resort in order to do what must be done. TNT hold their hands together while Batman picks up on his infrared lenses that there's some sort of bomb built in them, and with no time to stop the detonator, Batman evades the blast by grappling away, barely escaping the blast radius. Batman looks down upon the destruction from TNT's suicide bombing, with the new City Hall up in flames. It's revealed that 300 people were killed in the attack, billions worth of damage caused, and the surviving members of the council joined Sharp's campaign, declaring Gotham a war zone. The GCPD now pushed aside, with Sharp making way for his privatized military force that will follow orders without questions of morality. Bruce discussed with Alfred that there's a high possibility that Quincy is just a frontman for a higher power, that his plans for Arkham City were not a vision of his own, but were plans put in his head by a mysterious figure. Someone adept at fear-mongering, sowing paranoia, and ultimately playing both sides against the middle for the ultimate reward. The comic ends with Bruce questioning who's the real mastermind of Arkham City, and how can he stop him? This issue was really interesting to me, but maybe it's due to nostalgia because it was the first issue that I got when I bought Arkham City in 2011, so there may be bias. I do love how it continues some storylines from Asylum, like where did the crates of Titan end up, and what were the other villains getting up to in between games. I guess it's hard to review the first issue, but I'd probably give it an 8, mainly due to the interesting additional lore, and it makes me excited to read the next issue, so I guess it did do its job in making me want to read more. Comment down below your thoughts on this issue. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. That's all for now. My name is Fo, and Slán.